Hey guys, what's up? It's Claudio here again on a Tuesday night at Randall's Island. This is a neutral lap. Then we get 30 minutes and then a bell lap, I believe. And this is my second time at this race. I went last week, and as you can see, I learned my lesson, and now I am at the front. I lined up right at the front on the line because I know these things take off like a rocket, but this is the neutral lap. So I'm up here, feeling it out. Last week I got dropped pretty fast. I was always all the way in the back when the race started. Not good. So at least I got that going for me. I did get dropped at this race, but there was a little bit more action for me. I got to ride a little bit longer with people, as you'll see in a minute. So here are my stats, just to put things into perspective. Age 36, 156 pounds, FTP 250. I ride about 5 hours a week on the bike, which is not that much because I train 10 hours total triathlon, running and swimming, those other 5 hours. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to change the bike training hours. I'm going to have to up that to at least 7 if I want to survive this. And I need to change my workouts because I'm doing more endurance workouts for my triathlons and my duathlon. I have a duathlon coming up next week. So I'm going to have to change some of that around to be successful at these races because my fitness is not adapted to this kind of racing, as I found out, as I find out every week, and on this race in particular. So neutral lap, feeling it out. We have crosswind. I didn't really understand the wind. It felt like it was always on me. It was always like a headwind or a crosswind, but I believe it's like left to right here, kind of diagonal / in front. Let's see what else. Yeah, I want you guys to let me know how many hours a week do you guys train? How many hours a week should I be training for these kind of races? 10, 15? I don't know. So here's the straightaway, and things get fast. And boom, you see me, I spike it up to 800 watts, and so I kind of cook my legs a little bit here, and I think that was a mistake. I shouldn't have done that, because now I can see here my heart rate is in the 170s, which is above my threshold, and this is just hurting me. And as you can see, I'm starting to get passed up. It's just, this is fast. This is just straight up fitness here. I mean, I guess these guys are really drafting, but I can't slot back in. I'm trying to, but I couldn't hang with the leader, so now I slot back in, and I'm just cooked. I put too much power down. I can't get up there. I'm at, as you can see, 180 heart rate. Let's take this turn. I think I do better. That was not my best turn this race, but I did kind of start to get the hang of it. So here we go. I am just trying to get in somewhere, right? But I reached such a high heart rate that I don't have that much in me. I'm still doing over 300 watts and putting efforts. Okay, so I slot in here, but I can't hang with them. I can't hang with that speed. I know you guys just say, put in one big effort and grab a wheel and go with it. But man, I have nothing. Like, after I need to recover, right? So I'm here. I kind of catch them a little bit. I really need to recover because I'm getting blown up. Now I'm trying to just figure out, the field is so strung out. I'm trying to figure out where to go, who to grab onto. But I have nothing. I don't know if you can hear my breathing, but I am breathing hard. So I'm still going for it, trying to figure out what to do. I'm hoping that they will slow down so I can grab something. But I'm just blown up, really, what's going on here. Still having to do over 300 watts here, like, by myself. That sucks. I'm just trying to catch back on. I looked at my Garmin like twice this race just to check my heart rate to understand what I was feeling. I was like, I was so out of breath. What is going on? And then I looked down. I'm like, oh, and I'm in the 170s. Okay, that's why I need to recover. Okay, so here I am. I'm just trying to catch up to this guy, somebody, and work with them. I see the opportunity. And I put in another dig here, you can see. I remember this was just painful, just trying to ride with this guy, catch up to him. Here I am, finally, exhausted, but I catch a little bit of his draft. And I tell him, you got it, like, I'm behind you, we can do this, let's work together. And now this is where my drafting practice comes in. Finally, I get someone that I can draft with. It's kind of going my speed. Okay, I told him that I was going to take a pull. And I do. Not for too long. We're about right here. I'm like, crap, I should just ask him to go around. And that's what I do. And they come around with this other guy, which is good. And I gotta hop back on that. Alright, so I put in some effort to really close this little gap because I need that draft. I gotta close this little baby gap. So hard. Okay, let's see how I take this turn here. We're not going that fast, so I take it, it's fine. Oh, we're going 23, so it wasn't very difficult. Okay, so here I am. They start speeding up. I need to grab that wheel. And boom, there. Okay, so now I'm in the draft, kind of. So the guy, the wind is from left to right, sort of. And I just need to get that draft. And there, I feel it. I feel it when I'm in the draft. I actually feel it. Right here, I'm going in and out of the draft. But I'm like just breathing so hard that it's and the wind is also hard. I'm trying to stay straight, but I'm like right there is kind of like it starts to get the sweet spot. But I'm like coming in and out, so I'm getting a feel for what the distance is to draft, and I felt it there. It's really like less than 2 feet. It's like 18 inches. But man, it's scary because there's like a lot of, especially on that crosswind, the riders are wobbling around. It's hard to stay still. So here it is, and he's a little too far ahead. So I need to catch him to get really in that draft. But yeah, I'm hurting here. This is like super hard. Like I'm already all blown up and I'm trying to just sustain. Even 200 watts is hard. But I'm in there. I'm kind of in the draft. And I'm getting some practice, at least some experience here of not riding by myself. Even my heart rate's kind of going down, which is good. Okay, let's see how I take this turn here. We're going 25 this time. How do I take it? Ooh, not good. Not good. I didn't want to cross his wheel. And of course, I gotta now hammer it to get back on the wheel. That's what sucks. When you miss a turn, it just takes so many watts to get back on. Okay, so here I'm trying to stay to the right because of the wind and trying to really stick to some kind of draft here. Now this guy takes off, and that's not good for me really, because I got to put that effort in to make sure he doesn't gap us to keep going. Again, looking back at this, I'm like in the 170s heart rate. That's hurting. That's above threshold. That's like pain cave for me. Anything in the 170s. And I'm like, I really must be in some pain here. Alright, so this guy's really trying to bridge up to this other guy, and he asked me to take a pull, so I do. And I am so exhausted here. I mean, what am I'm not even putting any watts out. What am I doing? And we want to bridge up to this guy. Maybe get something going. Okay, so this other rider comes up. And now they're about to gap me. But I believe that's it. I can't get back on. I just don't have it. If I get in the 180s, I mean, in my heart rate, that's rough. So they just gap me. Then this guy comes back. I try to draft on him, and I can't. I have nothing left. I can't stay on his wheel. Right, so he takes off. And I am all blown up. Another race getting dropped, but you know, I learned some stuff. I'm getting better at that corner. I'm figuring it out. You gotta lean. You gotta really lean the bike over. It's not handlebars. It's lean, as you guys have said. And that is the race. Getting dropped maybe that's the name of the series. Getting dropped. I'll be here, coming back next Tuesday. Let's see how many laps I last. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.